Figment427, and, well, yes, I have changed my skin. This is going to be the basic skin that I have, so it's just, yeah, so the previous skin that I had, the one that was Ghostbusters themes, that's going to be like the Halloween one, so every time it's, like October, I'll wear it. And right now, this is just the main skin here. Sure, yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm so used. There we go. So as you can see, I've got, if you look at my character, as I have to move my mouse over here, I've got some headsets on. It's really cool, and I just like it. But the other thing is, welcome to a project I've been working on for just a little while. Also, I apologize for the fact that there's a lack of sound. I don't know why that is the way it is. Minecraft just likes to do that sometimes. But yes, I am using a texture pack and obviously using mods again. It's obvious. But this is a kind of thing I've been working on called Minipeg, and it basically, I'll just start you off from the beginning and why this is the way it is now and things like that. Basically, a long time ago, when I first started playing Minecraft and finally got my own account, not account, yeah, I guess account, yeah, my own account, I had a world called New York. I just called it New York City, and I built like the Ghostbusters HQ with the help of my brother there, things like that. Now, basically, that was going to be the original city kind of thing. That's how I wanted to start off the city. Sorry. Okay. And some things kind of worked out. Not a lot of stuff happened. We kind of built part of a hotel, and eventually it just didn't end up working out. Yeah, I just went on to other things. I kind of basically wanted to preserve the world the way it was. I didn't really want to touch it. It was kind of just locked in time. And eventually I decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make a city. And they eventually came up with Minipeg. Not this Minipeg, mind you. There's 3 versions before this one came along. And basically, the main version that had been the one that had lasted the longest was my favorite over them, and basically I tried expanding onto. That was basically like the one, so it had like it wasn't as cool as this. This is gonna be more of like a big city kind of thing, but this was basically in an area, kinda maybe the size of this, maybe a little bit bigger. I basically built a little town inside of a wall force field, well, like a wall force field kind of thing. And basically, so I had, little houses, I had apartments, I had a store there, I had a pizzeria, things like that, I had a hospital, a legislative building, and it was just really small. It wasn't meant to be big, kind of thing. It had a few villagers in it, and yeah, it was really cool. And then on the outside of the city, there'd be like, I had like a quarry with like a lot of ores or something like that, and there was like a place, basically the whole idea was, if you basically took a day in like this future kind of world. So basically, there's one side of the old place there was a bomb going off, so it was like a not nuclear explosion, just like but an explosion. So it was basically supposed to be like a specific. If you were to not actually like play or go outside of like the wall kind of thing like that, it basically be like everything's fine. But if you were to go outside the wall, it basically just imagine the whole world like frozen for this 1 second kind of thing. That was the whole idea, and well, eventually became that, but it was really cool. And I had a lot of command block creations in it, and so added cars and trains, things like that. And eventually the game just couldn't take it. This is before I had mods, and it had 60 frames per second, but just couldn't take it. So I ended up having to take some of those things out, and it was kind of sad. And eventually, well, there was a point in time a little while ago where in one of my Minecraft videos where I brought up the reason why I had to one of the worlds that I had to basically restart, and that was because all of the worlds that I had at that time got corrupted. I can't remember how. Something loaded with them or didn't save properly. I don't know. Kept crashing too much, and they just didn't work, and we had to delete them permanently. And it was sad. And then I eventually made a flat kind of world. By the way, the Minipeg that I was originally talking about was on a flat world, not like this flat world, but natural flat world. And so eventually, I decided to go into the world's kind of like this. It's the overworld, but it was still flat, but still, like a decent amount of ground underneath, kind of thing. And so I decided to make, a house out of using half slabs. It was a mod again. didn't really like it. Then I ended up making one that almost kind of works, again, using some of these mods. It ended up just becoming a little house, and then a garden. I'm like, you know what? No, this isn't really working out. And then I spawned into this world. I'm like, wow, this is great. I've got like a little village here. This is nice. And okay, yeah, so I built. This is the first thing that I built because it was a monument, not a monument, but like kind of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the fact that in all of my cities I've always had like a technology type of thing going on, so it'd be the whole computer programming place. And it was the original one was called Sunbeam Incorporated Technology. Coding and technology. Sunbeam Incorporated Coding and Technologies. And later found out that that was actually a real company in Canada, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll still keep it. And then it ended up getting corrupted. So basically, this is called Redstone Renegade. Again, emphasis on the red, and it's still again computer stuff like that. You know, little parking lot, and it's still really cool. That's always kind of been the thing that I try to keep up. The one thing to basically remember everything by. These are some houses that I've made. They're all kind of random designs, things like that. It's nice. Yeah. Now over here, I am working on a system for the stoplights. I haven't really done much yet. That's something I'm going to work on off camera kind of thing. But yeah. Now, is it this one? Yes, it is. Okay. So we are just gonna kind of look through all of the houses. So first we've kind of got the more modern kind of middle class kind of living kind of house, nice and cool, everything like this. This is the first house that I made and was one of my favorites. Ooh, hold on, sorry about that, I just got sent a text. But either way, so yeah, it's basically just it's kind of meant to be something that's not too big, not too small. Just maybe if you get that kind of joke, it basically that was a reference to old thing. When you were like little kids, the whole joke would be, it's like, trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat, not too big, not too small, just like so much for y'all. If anyone actually understands that, please leave that down in the comments below, because I remember when I was young, that would always be how whenever I go trick or treating, that's always what I would say. Instead of just saying, you know, yelling trick or treat, that's what I'd always say. Sorry. But yeah, so it's just a little nice hallway here. Again, not meant to be fancy. Here we just have a little house kind of thing. These are supposed to be vents right over here. For some reason, I only decided to add vents, like air conditioning vents, in this one. I don't know why. Like in other ones, like as we go on, you notice that this is the only one that I truly put the utmost design into. I don't know why. I guess I just forgot. So coming to here, we have a nice little bathroom, and the reason why I decided to choose black is because, well, you don't want people seeing in, you know, while you're taking a shower, you know, going to the toilet. That's not an actual toilet or anything. That's just a, oh, okay, I guess I can. It's just a custom, again, the texture pack makes it, that's actually an anvil, but it just makes it look like a toilet. Again, vent, cupboard, sink, yeah. And you go into here, and then it's just a nice little bedroom. Pretty good, and I like it. It's nice. Now we get into the fancier stuff, so you can clearly see that there's always kind of a theme. This is kind of wood and stone. This is kind of like a beigeish orange and white and mild gray kind of thing. So as you can see, ovens, things like that. For some reason the furnaces all are yellow. I don't know why. You know, gray would have been nice and more modern instead of yellow. Either way, that's the texture pack design. It's kind of weird. This has one of the smallest bathrooms, but it's mostly because I tried to focus on the fact that this needs to be big, and I don't want them to be too big. Basically, the whole point of having the houses the way that they're all built, okay, I guess it's not working. But basically, they're all supposed to be built on a chunk. So the fences, they're on, this represents the chunk. So it's 16 by 16, and then if you were to, this would be another chunk. So I basically tried to make it like that, just so it would be easier to place them down. So whenever I could, I've got a ender chest over here that has the structure blocks in there to spawn them in, so it just makes it easier. Here we kind of come to the, you know, not as fancy. Usually it's like the cheaper kind of house. Not a lot of room in it, kind of thing. So you enter here, and as you can see, it's kind of got like an old feel, and you know, really cheap things, because again, it's not meant to be not meant to cost a lot, kind of thing. Just a kitchen kind of area. Come in here. This is the bathroom. You go upstairs, and you actually have a pretty good bedroom kind of area. I like it. And then we kind of come into here, and this is supposed to be like a funky, kind of modernish design that's like really open. So you have a fireplace here for heat, and obviously a nice big kitchen. And then you just come around here, and then here's the bathroom. And that's literally the whole house. There's not a second floor or anything. And yeah, again, I am going to be expanding out on this, but here we come to... there we go. Here we come to one of the things that I've kind of been working on for a while. So basically how I made this hill is I went into MC Edit and just selected the sphere and then just started placing it around, and then obviously, added little, pieces here and there, so you don't really tell that it's a sphere. And the first thing that I added onto it, sorry, keep getting text messages, and I should actually put it set today. There we go. So basically, this is the first thing that I decided to build on the hill. It's just a nice little fountain, nothing too special. Made out of mossy brick, and we'll get to that in a second. But basically, it's just meant to be a nice waterfall. Again, there would be some nice noises, but for some reason the sound doesn't want to work. Like, it's not working for me either. So if it's not if you guys are just hearing my voice, that's the only sound that's playing right now. But yeah, so it's supposed to be like a nice little like sandy kind of river area. It can't be perfect kind of thing, and it just goes out into this little area, and then just a pit of nothingness kind of thing. And now we come to this area, which is kind of, a little weird, but the whole point is... oh, I forgot to put the gold nugget back. Oops. I was testing and messing up. Basically, it's supposed to be a secret passage, and a coin is supposed to come out of this dispenser. And the whole point of the coin is that you throw it down into here. It opens up this secret passage, and the whole point is it's supposed to be like a secret underground tunnel. And I specifically made it windy and pointless. And again, not finished, but it's supposed to be like, oh, a secret treasure, get into like a secret room, kind of thing like that, or like there's like a hidden message or something, or a reference to like real life or things like that. And basically, what I like to do with the cities that I've recently built, or I just built in general, is always have a reference to something. So like TV shows that I like, or just things in real life. I remember in the Minapeg one, the recent one, yeah, obviously, I had an underground base, and it had, basically the whole point is it kept the Demogorgon and Bill Cipher in like kind of like a containment system. So you had like the portal that the Demogorgon would come into, but it's like not functional, so it's just kind of like the weird slime purpliness. And then you'd have like a portal that again doesn't work, but it's from Bill Cipher. And because those are my two favorite shows, like of all time. Like those are my favorite. Yeah, but anyway, that's kind of a work on the city. Oh yeah, also nice big tree, kind of supposed to be like the tree that was there for 100 years kind of thing. And that's nice little spin on it. But yeah, I don't really go onto this world a lot, mostly because again I'm recording things like that. So yeah. Also yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading. I have had school. It's just work. But yeah. Either way, this is just kind of I just thought it'd be kind of cool to show off what I've been working on in my free time a little bit. But anyway, yeah, if you guys did enjoy this episode, be sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more of my content, remember to subscribe and leave a comment down below, as it is appreciated. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.